what's up everyone? GameDad here. Now, since 2018, there has been one controller that has eluded me, either because I just haven't seen it in stores or it's been sold out online, and I have always wanted to add it to the collection because its original namesake that it comes from was actually a raging piece of junk in my opinion, but this one brings back the nostalgic factor and adds in some really cool stuff. And that controller is the Hyperkin Duke. Now, this is the Duke controller of old. It's got some modern enhancements. It works on, modern day Xbox, but then it's also got this really cool like little screen animation and stuff that lights up. And I don't know what it is. It just looked really neat. And I always wanted one, and I didn't jump on it whenever they first came out. Now, even though this controller was constantly eluding me, as you can see, I finally got one, and that is thanks to Fair Game, who had a booth at the SAT Gamers Expo back in December of 21. Now, this has been sitting here waiting for me to do a video on it. I have not even cracked the tape seal on this, so this thing is brand new. They had a killer deal on it, and I couldn't pass it up. I had to finally get my Hyperkin Duke controller. Now, as you can see here, this thing has got some really cool green coloring to it, and it does have some modern features to it, like it has precision analog triggers. They added bumpers to it that will mirror the black and white buttons that were on the original Xbox. And then, of course, it's got the little Xbox logo here that is an actual LCD screen that shows like a startup animation. So I'm really excited to get this thing opened up, show you all what is inside, and then do a little gameplay with it and see how it feels. But before we dive into this and check this controller out, if you are new to the channel or you just haven't yet, please be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons as well as that little notification bell. That way you get an alert every time I got a new video coming out. Now, let's go ahead and break the seal on this thing, plug it in, and see how it operates. Now, I mean, it says that it works with Xbox One and on Windows 10. I'm not going to test it on PC at all, because if I'm going to use a controller on PC, it's going to be my Elite controller, because that's one of my favorite Xbox controllers. But we will test this on Xbox Series X and see how it goes there. Oh, this has got 2 tape seals on it. Now, normally Hyperkin products, it's not knocking the company or anything. I have multiple Hyperkin products, but they always feel very third party, if that makes any sense. This, I don't know, something about this just feels way more premium, and maybe it's because it's like officially licensed, I guess. So we got the lid right there. What do we got on the inside here? We have the Hyperkin Duke manual. Oh, quick start guide. And it is very quick. It's 1 page. And then right here, a very special thank you. I have a feeling these are like Kickstarter backers or something like that maybe. And then right there in a nice little foam casing, we have the Duke controller. Let's go ahead and bring this bad boy out. Wow, that thing, yes, it's large. It's big in the hands. Comes with a really long looking cable actually. And what is this one? It is micro USB. So that sucks, but in 2018, I mean, they were still doing the micro USB for everything. Now, let's go ahead and do the peel on the LCD right here. And, oh yeah, crispy. Wow, that thing is so chunky. Oh, those triggers, though, those feel really nice. And that's kind of fun that it has little buttons up there. So, I mean, yeah, the buttons are going to work because, modern Xbox needs those. But I guess if you're playing older Xbox games, the white and black button is there as well. The D-pad, yeah, it feels like the old Xbox D-pad that was kind of trash anyways. The sticks, though, the sticks do feel nice. This one has like a really big concave for your thumb. This one is more convex with a little tiny like nubbin on there that's concave. And then, of course, you got your buttons. And, wow, they feel very nice. I will say the bumpers, I don't like the bumpers. They're very small on here. And the triggers, those feel nice, but those bumpers, I don't like that. Now, as you can see right here, this whole chunk right here, it allows you to just kind of see into the controller. But that's where the memory cards would have gone on the original Duke. Now, I did read this has a headphone jack in it. So that's cool. You don't need any kind of special adapter. It's got rumble on both sides. I can see it right there. And yeah, I don't even know. Is this thing wireless? Let's see. What does the box say? Is this a wireless controller? Vibration feedback for realistic experiences. It is a 9-foot detachable USB cable. Okay, I mean, if it's detachable, does that make it wireless? Classic design featuring the original Xbox animated startup screen played right inside the Xbox button. Wait a second, this isn't just a screen? Ha! It's actually the Xbox button as well. That's really cool. Wait, okay, let's see if this has a charge. Do I hold that down? Maybe? Nope. I think we need to plug it in for its first pairing. So, what else does this have on the back? We have bumpers mirror the black and white buttons. I already got that. 3.5mm headset jack. That's awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much all it says. I would assume it's a wireless controller. Come on, it's modern Xbox. It's got to be wireless, right? But the foam, the packaging in this thing is very nice. Makes for a very nice case. So, what we're going to do now that that is out of the box, and now that I have a cable to plug it in with, we are going to go plug this into my Series X, and we're going to see how nicely this thing operates, shall we? All right, so first off, here you can see nice big close-up of the controller. Now, what I'm experiencing is it is not wireless. So that's kind of annoying in a modern-day controller. I mean, as modern as 2018 can be. But I guess maybe it just needs that much extra power. But check this out. You do that, and look at that. There's no sound, but that is the OG Xbox loading animation, and I think it's awesome. And apparently, anytime you push that button, you are going to get it to replay that animation, and I personally think that that's fantastic. All right, so how does it play? Well, let's find out. I thought it was only appropriate to use the original Duke controller to play a Halo game. So here we have Halo Infinite. Now, I've already gone through and I have beaten the campaign on this game, but yeah, I mean, this works for me. This is awesome. It is completely responsive. I'm not having any issues whatsoever. And it works. I mean, this is great. Yes, it's very bulky. No, it's not as good as the Elite controller. But this is doing exactly what it is designed to do. The buttons feel like they're in kind of a weird placement, but I mean, it's just because they're Duke. But here we go. Let's go flying, shall we? Whee! Okay. So I'm moving until I die. There we go. But this is fantastic. I am completely digging this. It is 100% responsive. The Xbox button, it's cool. You push the center, it activates the menu on the console, and at the same time, it plays the animation on there. So anytime you want to see that animation start up, you don't need an OG Xbox anymore. You just need this controller. And this is awesome. Let's see here. What do we got here? Oh yeah, we got our little grapple hook. Boom. Probably one of my favorite new additions to Halo is that grapple hook. I love that grapple hook. You can get anywhere with that thing. Grenade out. Nice. So yes, this is completely responsive. Every single button works exactly as you would expect it to work. This is great. Got our menu right there. We can back out. I will say, yeah, the ABXY, they definitely feel like, old school Duke controller, old school Xbox controller. But I mean, that's by design. They didn't want it to be a new controller. They wanted it to be the Duke. And it's great. Now, I do not have a game handy where I can really take advantage of the precision analog triggers that this has. Like, I don't have any racing games or anything like that. But this is awesome. I mean, it is completely responsive, and I would expect there to be zero lag because it is wired. So I would say if there's any complaint, it's that it's wired. That's kind of annoying. So, like, watch. Moving around, unplug, controller disconnected. That stinks. You have to plug it back in. And looking at it, yeah, I don't see any kind of battery in here. I definitely see the room where they could have added batteries to it, but they definitely did not do that. But as you can see, completely plug and play, and you just go and have a blast. All right, so the Hyperkin Duke controller. Is this thing awesome? Oh, yeah. Am I going to daily drive this thing? Hell no. Okay? It's really cool, and it's a fun showpiece. And sure, if I'm really feeling nostalgic, I'll go through and I'll actually use a controller like this, or, give it like Player 2, something like that. This is not going to be a daily driven controller for me, though, because there's a reason why Microsoft stopped making the Duke in favor of smaller and more ergonomic controllers. It's not comfortable. If I was just going to sit down and maybe play like some old fighting games or some OG Xbox games, it might be okay. If I'm going to have a really long play session in like Halo or Assassin's Creed or something like that. No, 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 no. This thing is going to give so much hand fatigue, and it's just not going to be comfortable. I mean, yeah, it's light, but it does still have some girth to it, and it's not wireless. I don't know why I thought it would be wireless. Like, I could have sworn this thing was wireless, but it's not. Unless I'm just entirely missing something, I don't see a battery in this thing. So that means it has to be plugged in. Sure, it comes with a 9-foot USB cable, which, that's fantastic. That's great. The distance I am from my TV is more than 9 feet. So that's no good for me. I mean, if somebody's sitting on a different couch or something like that, then sure, that would work. But yeah, so cool controller, very cool concept. I really like the logo thing. I mean, who knows how long it would take for that little bit of nostalgia to wear off on there. But overall, I do think Hyperkin did a very good job. They definitely captured the essence of the Duke. It feels like an upgraded version of the Duke controller. I still say that the little bumpers up here are complete trash. I mean, they have so much wiggle to them before you even get to press it. And when you do press it, they're hypersensitive. So that's really annoying. The rest of it, though, it feels like an actual like first-party Xbox product. And that's really cool that a third-party company was able to do that. I mean, yeah, it's a cool controller. It's not a daily driving controller. Now, what I would love to know down below in the comments is, do you have a Duke controller? Did they ever make any other colors of this? Was there like a straight up black one? Or I remember having a blue controller. That was really cool. It would be neat to see if they had other translucent colors other than the green. I mean, I know why they went green. Xbox, of course, green. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below. What do you think of this controller? Would you pick it up if you found one? Would you want to do a long gameplay session on this? Or do you think this is more of a fun little shelf piece? Let me know down below. And while you're down there, please be sure to also hit those like and subscribe buttons, as well as that little notification bell. That way you get an alert every time I've got a new video coming out. Also, if you like what I do here and you're interested in helping to support the channel each month, then head on over to patreon.com/GameDadShow, where for as little as $1 a month, you could help support the channel and even get your name in the end credits like you see above up there. Now, as always, I'm GameDad. I thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you later.